Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my Theodore first impression is going to be here, and I'm not going to lie, he is going to be meta defining. So stick around for all the information and potentially some of the strongest pairings that we're going to have for Theodore. Hello, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily Call of Dragons content. Yes, we do pump out every single day at least one or two Call of Dragons videos here on the channel for the game, and we are an official content creator. So, Theodore, yes, we're going to go over Theodore, the big boy himself. I've got obviously two monitors, so we are looking towards this one today. But he's going to be one of these heroes that, while we're showcasing this preview of that first skill, is going to be a very strong one to get. But I'm going to say to you guys now, if you don't get him, do not fret. And I'm going to say that now. Because at the moment, obviously, Theodore you can get through the strongest lord, right? But at the start of Season 2, you can also get an opportunity, potentially within the first 30 spins, of unlocking Theodore through the Wheel of Destiny. And if you don't get him through either one of these events, I would not worry, because like the common theme in the daily deals, I can imagine by the end of the season you will get access to Theodore, just like you did with Syndron at the end of Season 1 plus. So just wait, and again, if you missed potentially Forindel will go into the daily deals potentially after the lucky spins have been completed, maybe 1 or 2 weeks after. It does pop up, but when that comes, obviously I'll give you guys that information. So you can get Theodore, as I said, those 3 ways as of now. And once you've unlocked him, he is a Generational 2 hero, so you can use any Generational 2 token on him. And again, in the future, if there's Generational 3 heroes and Generational 3 tokens, those are going to be able to be used as well on Generational 2 and 1 heroes. Just remember that Generational tokens do work backwards, they don't work forward, so you can always invest into him potentially later down the line if you unlock him. So Theodore, the first skill, pretty simple, and honestly this is one where it is a scary buff. It is a 1400 damage nuke onto the target, and you do a 30% health reduction onto him with a bruise, right? So the bruise is such a powerful effect here with a minus 10% HP, obviously at base, but going all the way up to 30%. This is what everyone's going to have it at, even at 5111. This is what you're going to be rocking. So 1400, 30% HP reduction, and honestly, those stats already is terrifying to go against. So that means your march is basically dying 1/3 quicker, you know, so it's nowhere near as strong. 30% quicker is quite scary, because again, you got to remember the HP of the unit does dictate how much damage each individual unit can take within a legion. So if the lower HP you have as a stat, it means the skill damage nuke actually does even more damage to you later on, as well as the normal and counter attack hits. It all adds up. So this is a very scary ability, and when you go into the second one, it's a really good investment, I'm going to say as well. This is a 30% defense bonus with a 10% cavalry march speed, and this is for all cavalry units, right? So if it were me, I'm not going to lie, at 5111 is going to be okay, but if you want him really cooking at the start, I would definitely get him 5511. That's what I would do in my first impressions. And the reason is because the third skill here is the Garrison skill. So as you know, even though I haven't really touched on it, Theodore is a cavalry garrison and, you know, skill-based commander. So because he has the Garrison tree, you always have to assume one of these skills is Garrison. And as you can imagine, the third one is. It's still a really good one whenever you garrison a city or stronghold. Again, this is passes and other buildings that can be rallied to attack or be garrisoned. So this is again in Roots of War as well. Your Legion has a 20% chance to gain Vigor and attack resistance when you hit by an attack. So you can get a 10% HP bonus and a 10% attack resistance. So these are some insanely good stats for those whale players that will have him awakened, right? Because you're going to need to be awakened to use this as a garrison leader, as you can imagine. But those are the T5 players. I think by now, those who are watching the channel should know that the garrison leads is for the big boys. But the fourth skill, shall we say, or the third one that we can use is actually a really cool one. And if you could potentially run him 5-5-1-5, I would just leave him at that. I wouldn't try and max him out unless you, again, are a big spender. And the reason why is this is a really cool one. We don't know how this fully works yet with Nika, because the people are asking about that. We are going to try and test it hopefully in the future. But the way this skill reads is basically anytime you inflict yourself a debuff on the enemy target. So this could be like the 10% HP bruise or the 30% HP bruise that you do. This could be also in your talent build. So in your talent build, if you do any sort of debuff effect, this can also trigger the console's mark, which gives you 3 stacks, and by the time you get 3 stacks, you're going to get a bonus of 20% damage bonus, which stacks. So in total, you get a 60% hero skill damage bonus, and this is consumed, and then you have to get it again when you go for the next cycle. But this is a really cool thing, right? The fact that you're generating these different debuffs before your skill hits, getting a massive 60% damage boost on it, and then you nuke them really hard and then you just rebuild it back up. I honestly think this is a really powerful skill. It's one that I think is going to be very scary to see in the not in the open field, but in the Garrison combat, right? I want to see how impactful this can be, because this is going to dictate, honestly, if THEODORE is going to be a super meta Garrison and rally combo for the game, because it's one of these guys that you could rally a place with a backsheet or an Emrys with the THEODORE behind, knowing that when he is in the Garrison, you're going to have these stats anyway. But if you did rally with the THEODORE and then he wins that rally race and then he's the Garrison leader, it is going to be terrifying for me. So his last one is a really cool skill as well. This is an extra tankiness. This makes this hero honestly super tanky. Taking 20% less normal attack damage is massive. That's a quarter of the damage taken out, just gone, disappeared. And if you're going against stuff like Syndrion and Archer Marchers and even Infantry Marchers, right, you're going to be getting taken a lot of normal attack damage and counter attack damage. So this is really good that it reduces at least 25% of the normal attacks. So THEODORE honestly is, I'm not going to lie, he's a really good hero from his skills. Even at 5-5-1-1, I think you're going to get the best out of him, because even at 1 point into the stat, guys, you're getting a 30% hero skill damage bonus because of the marks of console, right? So I really do like this hero. He's a really cool one. I think you're going to be able to add him up in, honestly, a bunch of heroes. The one that everyone can assume, and this is everyone's go-to pick, and I'm going to address it first, is Bakshi, right? A Bakshi THEODORE or THEODORE Bakshi is going to be a terrifying, absolute terrifying Garrison, because you got to think Bakshi also deals 1400 damage, but when you are expertised, you also gain a 30% HP increase, meaning now in a Garrison scenario, you now nuke your opponent by 30% HP reduction, and you then gain 30% on top. Meaning there's now a 60% HP differential potentially in that next 5 seconds of combat, which will do a lot when the secondary hero and the deputy hero hits and they keep going, right? So this is a very terrifying combination that I would see it work very well. Yes, we get a wasted skill here, but again, we get some really good stats. 10% HP, which is beautiful. So we get so much health to stack in this match with a nice bit of attack to round it off. But the cool thing is, all of these abilities here are what Garrisons kind of want. A Garrison really does want rage accumulation speed. The healer is actually important because it allows you as a Garrison leader to actually self-sustain your troop longer, meaning you don't have to, try and refresh it and potentially get caught out by an enemy rally. So it's a really good one again, and then again, attack and defense bonus by 30%. Just nuts, these amount of stats. So this is obviously the go-to combo, right? Another combo which I think is going to be personally better was Emrys. And again, because Emrys is in the open field now, I'm going to talk about why I prefer Emrys. Because Emrys is giving you a massive nuke, as well as the rage accumulation speed, so you can upkeep all of its debuffs on your enemies, and then you're gaining again so much march speed and attack, which then combinates when you are surrounding targets. You're getting that damage dealt bonus and the hero skill damage bonus. Oh, I've got it mixed up, sorry. The hero skill damage bonus when you are surrounded, but then you get the normal 10% bonus damage dealt, and that's all damage dealt. So this is a really powerful hero with this commander, because again, with Emrys and Theodore, you're gonna allow this skill upticking all the time. The more you can keep upticking this, it means you're gonna get coup de grace off all the time. So I actually like that combo. Another combo, obviously you can run Forindel with this. This is gonna be a really good combo as well. I would actually prefer Forindel in the secondary slot. The reason why is, again, when we go to his third skill, we get a 10% hero skill damage bonus, but we reduce our skills by 50 rage cost. So it's a really good reduction there for the map. So we're able to actually do quite a lot of damage and cycle really quickly again with this combo. So I do like having our big boy Wonder, and again, you know, Cowardice is a very powerful mechanic, guys. Don't sleep on this mechanic. So imagine Cowardice with the fact that you're shredding their defense and slow with the Theodore. It is going to be scary in open field, and I'm not going to lie, in garrisons potentially too. Another one I'm going to say with Theodore, which I actually think could be working for more of a free-to-play player and everyone has access to, is Alistair. Alistair is actually going to be really good because, again, you're getting 10% more normal attack damage and you're receiving 10% less not just damage flat out. So this is a really good stat to have, as well as the counter attack damage bonus and the rage accumulation speed. You get cool AoE here, and you gain 10% HP, guys. So you're stacking HP with Theodore, and I think that's the go-to, right? We're going to do some other things. I am going to say one more pair. I'm not going to say this is something you should try, and I'm going to say it's the best pair in the world. But, this is the big but. Because of how Theodore works, and he's pretty tanky, I'm not going to lie, guys, if you've been watching a lot of my videos, you will know Madeline might be a very scary combo with him. And that is because, again, you get a powerful shield, you get massive attack, you're gaining all of this capacity and damage dealt bonus. You are then gaining a 15% counter attack damage bonus. Yes, we lose 15% HP, that's okay, because we also gain this damage, but when you are expertise as a garrison leader, and you gotta think, Madeline Nika is one of the strongest combos already. I can see Madeline working because of how much damage she reduces as a hero. And again, all of this is Legion-based skills. So for cavalry players, you actually can use Madeline with your march to make them very, very tanky. So this could be something slept on. I'm not going to say this is going to be something you guys should, you know, go crazy about. But it'd be cool to see some guys in the comments who maybe tried it out and give some honest opinions on it. It might be a really cool one. We know Madeline does really, really well with archers already. So it's a good sign and maybe a future combo with Theodore. So there are the pairings. We've gone over the skills of him. If you're looking for, obviously, the artifacts, you can imagine you're going to be running the Garrison artifacts at the moment until something better comes out. In the upper field, though, you can run quite a lot of stuff. I actually think Kingslayer and the Spring Blades is going to be really powerful on him because, again, you're shredding people's HP, so those things are going to hit even harder and get better value and potentially just execute people outright. So I really do like those two artifacts. But that is it, guys. Nice, short, crazy video on the Theodore. My first impressions. Is he going to be good? I honestly think he is. I think he's going to be one of the better heroes that... Honestly, he might be getting slept on because of all the hype on Forindel being such an, honestly, an excellent hero, right? But we've done now our first impressions on both heroes. We're going to hopefully get Forindel, we're going to use him, and then we can see and ask other players how Theodore has been performing, as well as obviously watching that action ourselves in the live streams that are the PvP when they come up. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, smash the like, comment, and subscribe. My name is MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator, giving you always daily Call of Dragons videos for the game, and hopefully either something fun, educational, or just, you know, crazy, right? So with all that said, Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button if you're a new viewer to the channel. And with all that, guys, let's try and actually hit 100 likes to get this video pumping and show what you guys, the community, can actually do if you all work together. So thank you for watching, and until the next video, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.